Right, I think we are now live. So thanks again, David, for coming aboard. Well, this is not really a splatter natter, but it's really just a coverage of all of the wonderful entries that we got to see through November for the Call of the Crown.
Yeah, we had some great entries this month as we did last month. And we got to see some entries from some folks who took month one mulligans. So we're seeing their stuff for the first time. We had some other folks who showed up in month one who took a mulligan in month two. I'm not going to name any names. They know who they are.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll see them
Guilty
back
as
in
charged,
December.
Governor.
But it was great to get month two of the challenge in the books, and looking forward to going through some of these with you.
Brilliant, mate. Okay, well, let's get straight into it because I know last time, I think it took over an hour to get through all this, so we'll see how well we can do. We've sort of set a limit of 40 minutes. Let's see if we can make it or break it. So I'm going to just go basically into full view. Let's see. Can you see the whole picture now, like just the slide itself, David?
Yeah, Call of the Crown November 2025.
Cool. Okay, mate. So let's hit it off. I'll just click away and we'll just go through each entry.
All right. Okay. So this one, I believe, was from Alex Nanez, and he's doing Bretonians, and did a really nice job here. You got some Green Knight action going on, along with looks like a Knight of the Realm and some archers, and just thought he did overall a really nice job on this one.
Sorry, I'm eating as I do this.
Yeah.
I got
let me. I got to pull up the list here real quick. I didn't realize the photos don't have the names attached.
Yeah,
sorry, mate. This one from memory.
Yeah, it's actually the exact order you sent them to me like last time.
Yeah,
so I was basically hoping that you had your wonderful memory skills of all the entrants.
I have it. I have a lot of them from memory, but just give me 1 second, and I will get these. I've got the list here. Call of the Crown, month two, and let's go here, and there we go. Okay. So I misspoke. This was Adrian Nanez. So my apologies to both Alex and Adrian. This is Adrian's Bretonians. Did a real nice job with them, and pleased to see it. I know this is his and his brother's first Call of the Crown. So welcome aboard, gents. It's great to have you, and looking forward to seeing what you guys do in December.
Yep. No, that's wonderful. I really like how that's turned out. I love the backdrop of the mighty fortress, the 5th edition plastic castle that was released at the time. So it looks like they're defending their realm and their castle at the same time. So good stuff. Okay, what we got here? Some hairy slayers.
Yeah, so this is Alex Nanez's entry, and he's got some Dwarf Slayers, and I thought he did a really nice job with them. It just hit the classic look. He's got the nice bright orange, did the weapons real well. The blue pants contrast nicely with the orange beards. All around great entry. I think these guys will look real good on the tabletop.
Yep, just like Homer Simpson, they've all got like a closet full of blue trousers. So it looks like they got a special discount at Walmart or something, I think, maybe these Troll Slayers. So yeah, very nice job. And it's Dwarfsember, so it's an excellent way to celebrate with some Slayer action.
Exactly.
Hey, here they are.
All right. And this, yeah, your favorite Lizardmen, Josh. I know this was Alan Hajorth. Forgive me if I'm butchering that. But coming in with some skinks and Croxagore here. And again, just a real nice entry. I like how the skinks were kind of that bright teal blue with the Croxagores coming in with that green. It's a nice contrast. And just a real nice bright color scheme here. I think it really works.
Yep, no, nice. I like the bronze weapon color and that kind of thing on the Croxagores, and yeah, basing looks nice. So yeah, overall, very well done. Oh, this looks good.
Yeah, this was a real nice one from Ben Casey. And Ben came in with the Chaos Dwarf rocket here. And I just thought, excuse me, did a real nice job with it. Real clean paint job on these. Real nice job with the colors and the highlights. Looks, frankly, straight out of the Army book, if you ask me. So you got to be happy with it. And it should be a fun unit to use on the table.
Yeah, no, I'm really impressed with how he's going about painting his Chaos Dwarves, and lots of non-metallic metals on there, and like that little glint of light on the back of the rocket launcher thing. They look really nice. So yeah, no, it looks very, very, very good. I'm really impressed with that one. Oh, more Slayers.
Yeah, more Dwarf Sember entries coming in, and some more Slayers, as you say. And this is Bob Applegate coming in with his take on the Slayers, and a little more subdued look on these guys. So it's kind of cool to compare and contrast it with Alex's entry. I think they both work. I think they're both really effective. They look great. I'm wondering if these might be a little bit older models, if my memory is working here, perhaps. But either way, I think they look great. It'd be great to see them both together, lined up on the tabletop to go after some trolls.
They also got the same style, same product number of pants from Walmart at the same time. Must be a bulk order across the old world.
Slayer Mart.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a bit of mix of old and new in these ones, like 5th edition, Giant Slayers, and Troll Slayers. They got a few more additional models. I think Colin Dixon did those. Oh, December.
Yeah, so December here from Bruno Sala, and coming in with the classic 4th Ed mummies and Heinrich Kemmler there, and just some great classic minis. You always love to see it as a Herohammer fan, and I thought he did a real nice job on both the mummies and everybody's favorite necromancer. And yeah, I mean, what more can I say? You don't see the mummies a lot, at least I don't. So it was really nice to see them. I really liked how he did the bandages and stuff. You can kind of see the definition on that, and the green kind of mummified skin is real cool. And I like how he kept the the handles of the weapons that bright blood red to really kind of tap into the essence of Herohammer there.
Yeah, it's actually got a legal 1,000-point army. I think the mummies are like 45 points each. If you take Cetra and you take Heinrich, yeah, you've got like 1,000 points there. It wouldn't move very far, but yeah, something easy to carry around in your figure case to games, that's for sure.
Yeah, you'll be casting Van Hel's Dance Macabre quite a bit with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this entry here from, I know this is Bry Collis, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You entered this one. Yeah, I'm really impressed with that because I'm actually doing my own Ironbreakers at the moment, just sort of refurbishing them. So I was really, really pleased to see this one, especially for Dwarfsember. It's very inspirational. I love all the teal feathers, and the red looks really nice to contrast to that. So yeah, the shield's brilliant. Yeah, mate, all around very good. Just needs a banner.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Honestly, they look so good. I didn't even notice the banner was missing until you just pointed that out. Really nice color scheme here. It's great to see these old Ironbreaker models. It's been a while since I feel like I've seen those on display, and I gotta say, it almost looks like they could fit right in with those Altdorf guys that you painted up, Josh, with that blue and red color scheme.
Yeah, that's right. You need some dwarves to accompany your state troops, don't you? That's right.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, they are legal in the 4th Ed Empire list. So
absolutely,
there you go. Why not take them?
This is Sir Cam, is it?
Yeah, and up next is Cam Warwick here. I know that he expressed some disappointment at only getting 10 Chaos Dwarfs done this month, but I think 10 is a great number. It's a legal unit, and it's a good solid unit with stocky Chaos Dwarfs arms with blunderbusses. Nobody's going to want to even get close to them. I think Cam did a great paint job here. He's cooking with gas, as they say, and hitting hitting those reds and getting the nice definition on the beards. And I love he's continuing with the lone orange beard Chaos Dwarf here in this unit too. So making a theme of that, and love to see it, and hope he keeps it up in December.
Yeah, no, I'm really liking the look of these so far, and it's nice to see a bit of Brauniac action with the plastic 3D printed model there in the front as a champion with these twin hand guns. So that's really nice to see. So it gives you a good idea of the scaling and the aesthetic look of the models match the old classic metal ones.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
All right, and here we are, Chris James coming in with some Orcs and Gobos, and these guys look great. I think these are 3rd ed models, if my memory serves, and the guy with the 2 swords, I think, is Ruglug, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so just a real nice job here. Love the basing with the little mushrooms there, and just think it's a real nice, effective paint job. You can really see the definition on them, and I think they look great.
Yeah, they look really nice. I know he's sort of he's been working through his orcs. I think the first in October, wasn't it? He did some as well. So yeah, he's going strong with that. I just like the pots of paint in the background, like the old original Citadel color ink. He's got like a yellow ink there, and red gore as well, which is nice to see.
Yeah,
amongst a lot of the modern sort of paints and everything. Yeah, it's cool.
All right, up next is Clem Boland with some Orcs, and keeping the theme here of some 3rd ed stuff. I think these are might be some of the Ruglug rank and file Orcs there with halberds. I think I have some of these actually tucked away in a drawer somewhere. Great models, love to see them. Nice big block of those. He's going to get his +3 rank bonus on that, even after he takes some casualties there. So love to see it, and did a real nice job with these. I think a very effective paint job. Like the red shields, and they look pretty fierce. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a charge from these guys.
No, especially that the standard bearer, you can get that 3-pronged, spear up you if you're not careful. So yeah, I like the 3 command groups. It's got the Heartbreaker miniatures, the standard bearer champion, and the musician. So it's nice to see them in that unit, and they blend in perfectly well with those older Kev sculpts. Oh, this looks familiar.
Oh, yeah. So here we go with my entry for November. These are Al Mokhtar's Desert Dogs. So this was the light cavalry unit for my Dogs of War army. And these guys took a lot longer than I anticipated. I guess cavalry always surprises me with how long it takes to get the horses and all their attachments painted up. But I have to give a shout out to the extent that the color scheme works. Mark from the Discord helped me out on kind of settling on a color scheme here, and also helped me settle on one of several options with the basing on these guys. So Mark, if you're listening, I appreciate all the help that you offered me on these guys. But yeah, they were fun to paint. And I will say they did take a while, so I am glad to be done with them and moving on. But I think they turned out all right.
Yeah, man, they look really nice. I think the color scheme is really striking. The white, and then the gold, and then the sort of teal, turquoise. It's teal, isn't it? Not turquoise. Teal color, and the red.
Mm-hmm.
That really bold red. So yeah, I think they look really nice.
Thanks.
Just love those horses. I think there's no other horse that's been better designed since these horses.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Yeah. That really nice, mate. Well
Thanks.
done.
Yeah. And let's see. Next up is, I think this is Doc Monsta. Yes, this is Doc Monsta and the Skaven here. And I really like, what stands out to me on this one is the Warpstone blades. I thought he did a really nice job with those. The green just almost glows at you there, and I just think that's cool. You can see it from very far away, and yeah, so that's what stands out to me on this one. I did also like the leaves and foliage that he put on the bases too. It's a nice touch for a November unit.
Yeah, no, big thumbs up for the actual backdrop and the terrain he's made for it as a display piece. I think that's really nice, and yeah, really vibrant. Luminous greens on those sword blades are amazing. So yeah, good work on those, mate. Excellent.
Yeah. And here we are from Dolomar Painting. We've got the 6th edition Bretonian trebuchet. And I thought he did a really nice job with this one. If you zoom in on the faces, you just see really nice attention to detail on those. Very evocative kind of expressions that come through from each one of those guys. And I have to say, this one wins my wife's commended entry award.
Very good.
She was kind of looking over my shoulder as I was putting the video on my channel together with our November entries, and she saw this one and stopped and took a closer look and said, "Wow, that's really cool." So Dolomar, you get my wife's approval on this one.
For the lady. You want the one
for the lady. Yeah, there you go.
It must be the dog, mate. The dog on that little guy's base, the blacksmith guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They must have won her over, I'd say. But
probably.
Yeah, no, it's a very fine entry, and like you said, the faces I think give a lot of character and lend a lot of character to those miniatures. So well done, mate. Well done.
All right, and next up from the Nanas clan, we have here. Sorry, I spoke out of turn. This is Eric Crossley's. This is what happens when I go off memory. This is Eric Crossley's Beastman chariot. This will not be the only Beastman chariots that we see. I think Eric did a nice job with this one, and yeah, I think it's a great job. Did justice to the models. Nice little scenic base with the goblin green rims. That's a very late 99, early 2000s kind of look, which I've dabbled in myself at times. So very cool. Love to see it. Very cool unit. Gives the Beastmen a little ability to run around on the flanks and charge. So pretty cool to see it.
Yeah, no, overall I think it's a pretty solid paint job, and yeah, it looks very nice and ready to hit the tabletop and start carving up some man flesh very soon. Okay, what do we got here?
All right, we've got some Goblin Wolf Riders from Fleming Nielsen, and these guys are really nice. I just thought, again, a really nice job here. You can really make out the expressions on their faces. I believe these are Kev Adams sculpts, and you know, he does such evocative faces with his, and I think Fleming did a really nice paint job. You can really bring that out in these models, and just did a nice job. Each one of them is kind of different, and yet they all work together as a unit. And yeah, would love to see these guys on the tabletop.
Yeah, no, I think he's done a very solid job. I think they're Nightmare miniature sculpts. He's from Kev. So I love the expression on the drummer's face, the eyes, how he's painted those, and you can see the faces on the actual drum bodies as well. I think it's really cool. And I love the shield and the wolves. They look great. So yeah, very, very solid entry, that one.
All right. Next up is Glyn from Horde of Colors, and coming in with some rat ogres here with the Plague Monk theme, which is kind of a cool twist on the typical, I think, Clan Skyer rat ogres. And so these guys have the Plague Monk robes draped over them, which is pretty neat. And I definitely dig the kind of yellow, gold, and green colors on those. I think it really works.
Yeah, I think they remind me of like a football team or something, or Blood Bowl or something like that. I think the checkers and stuff on them, which I think he's done a good job in executing, like the technique and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got that Blood Bowl vibe to them. I think. I
Mm-hmm.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah. Green and gold is the colors of Green Bay Packers. So maybe Glenn is a Packers fan.
Could be. Yeah, but good effort, mate. And thanks for your entry. Ooh.
All right. And let's see here. We've got James, aka Scruffy Crow, coming in with some Dragon Ogres. And he was a late ad. I think he's a friend of Johnny Watson's and missed the October entry, but we gave him a mulligan for October and let him come out of the gates in November. And he didn't disappoint with some great Dragon Ogre sculpts here. Did a really nice job. I think anytime you have huge bunches of muscle on large units like that, it can be really tough to pull it off, but I think it works. He did a really nice job here. You can really see the definition and both. Just really nice job.
Yeah, no, overall really cool color scheme. I like the green on the bodies with the sort of like a woodland green scales or something on them. Even though they're both green, it sort of stands out nicely. Just good work on the metallics and overall a good job. And I hope Johnny's ready to get some Dragon Ogre action against them, because I've faced them with maxes and they're absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
of these things. Yeah. So.
Yeah, bring your Hellblaster volley gun.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. So here we've got some more Lizardmen from James and Sonny Droz. I was advised this month that this is a father and son team, so I think that's really cool that they're doing it together. Hopefully something I can do with one of my boys someday. That'd be really neat. But I thought they did a really, really nice job here. And forgive me, I don't remember the names of those pink dinosaurs, but boy, do they look cool. I mean, I think pink, it can be such a hard color to get right. And I really think they nailed it here. It contrasts so nice with that kind of bright, vibrant green. And I just think it's really, really nice job. And again, I like the using different colors on the skinks to kind of differentiate them from the unit that they're escorting, like our earlier fella did with the Croxagores. And I think the yellow and pink just really works. It really works for me here. So very nice job.
Yeah, I've got to say, I'm not, as you know, I'm not a huge fan of the Lizardmen. That might come to us a great shock to some people, but these are salamanders, and I remember facing these bastards on the battlefield. They're terrible, and I think they spit on you, which is fitting for the Lizardmen, I think, given their their wonderful nature. But I've got to say, I love the color schemes on those skinks. I think that yellow body and black scales and the red like head fins are brilliant. I think I've not seen one like that before, and I really am quite impressed. But yeah, really good, very vibrant. Love how it's got all the little plant decoration, scenics around it. So yeah, very nice entry. And that's something I don't often say about Lizardmen, so you're lucky there.
All right, and next up is Jason Stockwell coming in with a very nice entry here. He kind of went above and beyond. He did his unit of Landsknecht ogres, which you can see there in the foreground. And then he also did the 6th edition Electricon or hero on Griffin. And then way in the back there's a wizard. You can see him on that hill. And I think he did a real nice job with all of them. You can't really see it in this photo, but he did real nice tiger striping on the Griffin. And if you look in my video, you can see a close-up of that wizard. I don't know what that model is, but it just screams like classic wizard to me. I love it. And just such a nice paint job with the classic blue kind of look. And the wizard's kind of looking down. He's got his book in his hand. Just a real nice job from Jason this month.
Yeah, no, solid entry, mate, for sure for Jason. And I didn't mention before, but of course the Fifth Hammer YouTube channel, that's David's channel there. that he hosts and shares these much better resolution pictures and more pictures of the entries. So there's a description in this video description. There's a link to Fifth Hammer, the YouTube channel. So go and check that out. Go and have a look at the video that David's put together of all the images for all the entries for this month and last month too. Okay, what have we got here, mate?
All right, here we have Yorn Hunter's Bretonians, and he is continuing to rock with his paint jobs. The blue on these guys is just amazing. This was one picture I just kept coming back to look at multiple times throughout the month, and just kind of staring at that blue. It's just so vibrant. It almost just pops off the screen at you. And I always love these models too. These are your 5th edition Bretonian men-at-arms with halberds, and I've just had a fascination with these guys since I was a kid. Always wanted them, only owned a few of them, and they've long since been lost to time. So seeing them kind of come back on my screen here and just so beautifully painted up, it's just a real treat. So very well done, Yorn.
Yeah, Yorn is very nice, mate. Really, very striking looking unit. As David said, the blues really, the blue and white combination, but the blues especially really pop on those figures. Did they re-release these recently? Or
I think they were in a made-to-order that I missed out on because I was deliberating on some of the ancillary stuff, like do I want this night or that night or whatever. And then, boom. There was one night I'm like, I'll finish it in the morning. And I went back and it's like, oh, the made-to-order is gone. So no men-at-arms for me. It'll have to wait. But that's okay because I'm in no shortage of models to paint.
Yeah, exactly, mate. No, very nice work, Yorn. I really like that a lot.
All right, and finally we get some High Elves getting in on the action here with John Burry coming in with a unit of 4th edition Reaver Knights and a Teclis, which has a little different topping on the staff. Lilith is gone, and it's kind of replaced with a dragon, I think. Is that what that is? But I just thought it was a real nice entry. The Reavers are a little more subdued than you usually see. Normally when you see these guys, you see them in kind of that very bright, vibrant Herohammer style that we all love. But this was a little more subdued style, and it plays into the basing choice that he did with kind of that end of 5th, early 6th edition style there on the basing. And it just really worked for me. I've never associated kind of a brown and kind of like subdued white with the High Elves, but it really works, especially for an irregular unit here like the Reavers that are kind of out on the fringes of the army and raiding and harassing the enemy. And then moving over to Teclis, I just love how he did the blue on the cloak, and then that kind of yellow, orange, and red on that front piece of his cloth there hanging down from the dagger. Just really, really worked for me.
His loincloth, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
But yeah, I think John has experienced what happens with Teclis's staff, the moon staff. It always breaks. I've had countless ones break, and I think mine I had to repin it as well. So yeah, that's a common thing you found with all the old soft metal miniatures of that time. They were very fragile. So, but yeah, good overall unit, mate. I do like the dark metal you have on the metallics. I think that looks really nice in contrast to the white feathers and stuff like that and all the other details. But yeah, very good entry overall.
Well, we spoke of him earlier, and here he is, Johnny Watson from Johnny Watson Gaming, coming in with a Screaming Skull catapult, and it just screams off the page at me. I love to see it. You can just feel those skulls coming at you, letting loose some kind of a shriek. And he went with the very classic 4th ed goblin green base, bright colors. Even took the time to do up the flaming skull banner, which is just really emphasizes it and drives it home. And I just love it. Great job, Johnny.
Yeah, good entry, and I do really like that banner as well, the flaming skull. I think that's great. So yeah, well done, mate.
All right, and then here we've got Leon Thaunhauser. I think he's got a channel T66 Gaming, if I'm getting that right from memory. And he is our entrant doing Cathay. He's the first guy that's ever done Cathay in Call of the Crown, to my knowledge, and coming in with these two airships, which I think were released earlier this year as part of the release for the Old World. And I think he did a real nice job. I remember when these came out, I looked at them and thought, my God, I can't even imagine painting these things and hoping to have them turn out looking nice. And sure enough, Leon did it. I think they look really good. To my eyes, personally, I think they look better than the GW studio style, but that's just me. And then he took the time to do the nice scenic basing on the bottom, too. Which I think is a nice touch on bases as large as those.
Yeah, no, great entry. I like the weathering sort of look to the actual balloons themselves. I think that's that sort of, you got that sort of very light transition of sort of a highlight down the bottom of each one of those sections, which would be pretty hard to do and pull off consistently. So yeah, I think it's overall a really nice looking entry. So well done.
All right, and here is Mark coming in with his Dogs of War, and he knocked it out of the park this month. He did his version of Vespero's Vendetta, which are those guys, infantry on the right there, and then in lieu of the Birdmen of Katraza, he did the crossbowmen on flying carpets from Araby, which I just thought was such a creative idea. Absolutely love it. So those guys are a real treat to see. And then his version of the Leonardo de Maragliano there on mechanical horse down in the bottom left, and then a steam tank that I think was a 3D print from Highland Miniatures, which I gotta say is just such a cool mini. And I guess I'll go there with my commentary on the paint scheme. I think Mark did this is, I think, shows you how a simple paint job can sometimes be a very effective paint job. He doesn't try to do too much with it. The colors just really work, and they kind of call your attention to the fact that this thing, the crow's nest up there was probably pioneered from a wrecked Empire naval vessel, and they fastened it down with all those rope, and you've got the little sniper up there. And I just I love the teal on the front of it too. It's just very nice entry here from Mark.
Yeah, I think that really light blue and red is really striking on those the front section of these guys, this unit here. But I love the flying carpet idea. I think that's absolutely brilliant. So well done, Mark. It's very nice, inventive and creative entry, this one.
All right, and speaking of first in Call of the Crown, here's Matt Barker with what I believe is our first Norse entry for Call of the Crown, and coming in with I think those are giants, if I'm not mistaken, up at the top, with some barbarian warriors down on the bottom. And I guess I'll start there. These guys give me like a real like Conan vibe, which I think is just so appropriate for Norse in Warhammer. And just a real nice job. Again, he had to paint tons of flesh on these guys because they're almost naked, and just really found a way to give it that shading and definition that really kind of helps it become three-dimensional. And excuse me, very nice job from Matt.
Yeah, no, Matt's done. I really liked the entry last month too, and this one equally is just as good, and a lot more of it too. So that's really good to see. Excellent basing as well. I love all the scenic basing he does on the miniatures, but yeah, painting is really outstanding. So well done, Matt.
All right. And then here we are, Matthias Hedstrom coming in with more Alcatani pikemen to round out his unit. He did some last month and is coming back for more.
Nice, mate. Yeah, so yeah, very nice looking unit. I do love the stripes, how consistent they are across the entire unit. So that's a lot of work been put into there, but lovely non-metallic metals on the gold and everything. So yeah, really outstanding. So very good.
All right. Now here's Mick Hart with what might be my favorite entry. We had so many this month. It's really hard to choose, but I think I may have told him this in his email when he sent these in. I mean, when I think of Chaos Warriors, this is what I think of. This bright, vibrant red contrasting with that black, and you've got these classic, I think these are 4th ed sculpts. At least the guys in the front. You've got the Warhammer Quest Chaos Warrior there, which is just such an iconic model, and just boy, that red, I mean, it's just popping at you, and just amazing work here from Mick.
Yep, I chose this as the thumbnail for the video today, and I thought it was really impressive, and seeing how this army is coming along. I especially like those Chaos Warriors at the back there with the purple inside the insert of their helmets. I think that looks really nice, and I think the purple's a nice little touch for that. So yeah, really good work, Mick. Really impressed with it, mate.
All right, and then here is Nathan Buxton coming in with some Chaos fellas of his own, and Nathan missed our first month, and I'm glad he was able to get in at the 11th hour in November. So hopefully he'll stick around with us, because I'd love to see more from him. But a real nice job here. Kind of went for a more subdued color scheme, but I think that can work with Chaos. And what I thought was really cool was he mounted these guys on cold ones, and he's got the 4th ed cold ones there on the left with 3rd ed cold ones on the right.
Yeah, I saw him doing the conversions for this, and sort of sent my best wishes that everything was going to go well, because there's some very expensive old hammer, I think Marauder Chaos Warriors on there with those, the cold ones. So yeah, it was pretty ambitious what he was trying to do, but I think he's pulled it off. Very dark color schemes, very atmospheric, and I think under the right lighting and the right sort of backdrop and terrain, like to set them up on a display board or something like that, you can really play around with some good lighting and stuff to get those guys looking very dark and menacing. But yeah, overall, glad to see you made it into this month, and good luck for December.
All right, and another contender for my potential favorite here is Peter Dillon's Dark Elves, and I know I have a huge soft spot in my heart for Dark Elves, as you know. But boy, I mean, his entry last month was strong, but just looking at that purple, and just how it transitions from that deep dark purple to that kind of what I would call like the warlock mid-range purple there on the shields and on the tips of their hats and on their robes, and it just contrasts so nicely with that teal. I mean, if you're the Witch King, you're got to hire Peter Dillon to like deck out all your guys, because these guys just look amazing. I love it. It's a real clean paint job, real vibrant colors, but still retaining that essence of that dark elf feel. I just love them.
Yeah, I really like how this army is coming along, and the paintings executed very well. Those transitions on those shields with the purple, brilliant. So yeah, I'm really, like I said, I'm not a big dark elf fan. I wasn't a big fan of these models, but I think with this paint job, I think they look very nice. So it looks like he's based them up for the old world. So he's going to be playing and hitting the table soon. But yeah, look very good, very nice with that.
All right, now here's our other Beastmen chariots that I got mixed up earlier with an earlier entry, and here is the third entry from the Nanas family. Ramon, the patriarch himself, coming in, taking it easy this month with only 3 chariots. I don't know if you remember, but he basically painted like 2,500 points of Beastmen his October entry, and he won the Overachiever Award last month. So I think you're in the right to take it easy here with just 3 chariots and some character models. And I know that he told me that he he said, I paint these fairly quick, but I got to say, Ramon, I don't know how you do it, because to me, they look amazing. I wish I could paint something this good quickly. There's absolutely no way I could. Just a very nice job overall. I'd love to see these guys in person. Just very, very cool. And a perfect compliment to the vast horde of Beastmen that you painted up last month.
Yeah, it's amazing how much he can pump out in a month, like last month, and now he's, that's a lot of work to do within a month, especially 3 chariots just alone. So yeah, wonderful to see, Ramon, and look forward to seeing what you're going to have on December. I don't know what that's going to be, but something exciting, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll surprise us. Maybe another 3,000 points.
Yeah.
So Slayers were definitely the theme of the month for our dwarf painters, and it's great when something kind of happens organically like that. And so here we've got Ron Vandenhoek coming in with his Slayers, and again, they're shopping at Slayers World. They're getting their blue pants, and they're dyeing their hair that beautiful orange that we all know and love as Slayers. Just a great all around entry, and very well done.
Yep, no, very nice and neat. They've got the same blue pants. Seems very popular. I know it's the perfect matching color against orange, of course, on the color wheel. So that looks great. So yeah, I think it's wonderful to see so many dwarf entries this month. It's been great.
And up next is another Dogs of War entry here from Ryan Micah, and these guys are Perazzo's Lost Legion, and these are very, very cool models. They kind of have that Estalian theme to them, and I think he did just such a nice job with them. The highlighting's really great. Really brings out the little details on these guys that are there that you might otherwise miss. And boy, yeah, just another entry this month that I just find myself coming back to and looking at and finding little details here and there. And I really like the scenic background that Ryan put together here. That's really cool to kind of see these guys marching through a field somewhere with the mountains in the background, and yeah, just love to see him.
Yeah, no, Ryan's always been active on our Discord and doing various different projects. So it's good to see him here and getting involved with the challenge and making a great start. They're really, really nice. I love all the non-metallic metal on those models, and they look, very striking. So well done, Ryan. Hey.
Yeah, and here's Sean from Timeless Tabletop Gaming coming in with 3 Carrion Riders and a Vampire. So love to see these guys. Carrion were always one of those models that I thought was super cool back in the day. One of those ones as a kid that I would just like pour over in the army books and the White Dwarfs and like, oh, look at those. And so yeah, I love to see them here, vibrant. Like that they're 3 different colors there. I think that really works. And that classic vampire count, forgive me, I don't know which Von Karstein he is, but anyway, very, very nice job here. Love the bright colors, and it definitely really works and kind of captures that Herohammer vibe for me.
Yeah, no, fantastic entry. I love the Carrion as well. Just can't get enough of painting those little Grim Reapers on them. Very good entry overall, mate. Well done.
All right, now we're getting into the Squig Hoppers here with Shannon Martin's Squig Hoppers, and I thought these guys were great. Very nice color scheme here with the black and the yellow. I always like it when people can work in some color on their Night Goblins. That's not just all like just a coat of black on them. I think that's kind of a nice throwback to the 4th Ed box cover art, where I think you see some yellow and other colors on those Night Goblins there. And so it's cool to see that here. And I think he's got a mix here of the 4th and 6th Ed Squig Hoppers. And I think that actually works pretty well as a unit. I got to say, I love that guy on the far right there with the wooden sword. I don't know why. That just seems so goofy to me. It kind of captures the essence of the Goblin Squig Hoppers, riding a battle with a little like toy wooden sword. So very cool, very well done.
Yeah. Overall, I think, like you said, when you remarked about the different coloured hoods, I think that's a really nice way to make them a little bit different instead of just all black. So I like that with the flames and the checkers and everything. So yeah, well done, Shannon. Very nice looking unit, mate.
All right, and back to Dwarf Sember here. We've got Solomon Layfield with some Dwarf Rangers, and I think this was a really nice entry. Loved the scenic background. You really feel like you're out in the middle of the wilderness with these dudes, and they look fierce, man. Like, I would not want to mess with these guys. They've got their little Viking helmets on some of them, which is cool, and they've got their crossbows armed and at the ready, and yeah, they're ready to go hunt some goblins.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, no, very nice, clean job on the painting. I like the banner with the beer, like it's a beer cup or beer tankard or something. That looks really cool. And yeah, nice little backdrop. I like how people do that. They add a little scenic backdrop to immerse everything in together and let the colors, sort of blend in with everything around it, which looks really nice. So well done, mate.
All right, and here is Stuart Steer back with some classic chaos stuff, and these models predate my knowledge of them, so I don't know. I can't tell you much about the models here, but I do know that they are, I think, at least mostly old Citadel stuff. I think at least one of them is a pre-Slaughter miniature, and I think Stuart just did a great kind of like classic vintage paint job with these guys. Like, they kind of remind me of some of the things I saw in the Ansel cabinets at Bring Out Your Lead this summer. They would fit right in next to those guys, and that's perhaps the best compliment I could give Stuart on these. But I love them. I mean, this is classic chaos right here.
Yeah, I think we're pretty impressed with his previous entry from last month as well. So it looks like he likes his dungeon delving, and he has a great host of different villains and heroes to inhabit his dungeons. And yeah, I like the old sort of school sort of style of paint jobs, and yeah, interesting looking bunch of models that he's chosen as well. So yeah, overall I think they're really cool, and yeah, very nice job.
All right, and here's Ted Gunnarsson with his squigs. These guys are the squig hunters rather than hoppers. And so he's got his team there of those guys poking them into battle. So these are the more reasonable goblins, right? Like, they're not going to try and mount one of these things. They're just going to prod it with a stick in the direction of the enemy. But yeah, very nice, kind of classic paint job with these guys, and very nice work on the red on those squigs, very vibrant. And he did a nice job on that orc hero there too on the right. Is, I think, kind of keeping them all in line.
Yeah, and I've seen like Ted assemble and convert a lot of these herders, and I think the squigs have also been converted, I think, as well, because I think they're plastic kits or something like that. Don't quote me on that, I'm not really sure, but I know these are later, sort of more recent kits from what Ted was saying. But yeah, the amount of work he put into each individual squig herder is quite amazing. So well done, Ted. It's a really nice looking unit, mate.
All right, and here is Tom Boyd with his entry. He corrected me when I referred to these as dryads earlier, so I apologize, Tom. These are treekin, which I believe are a unit in a later edition of the Wood Elf Army list. My knowledge of the Wood Elf stops at 4th ed, so I just saw these and assumed they were dryads. So, but I think they look great. He did them kind of in the same style as he did his dryads from last month. Which I love. It looks very much like kind of living wood coming out of the forest and getting ready to punch you. And then in the back, he's got that hero on a giant eagle. Again, maybe prodding them, kind of like the elven version of a squig hunter behind him there, making sure they're going the right way.
Right. Yeah, no, I really like that eagle. So that's an interesting looking model. I don't think it's a Citadel one, so maybe it's like a Grenadier model or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, overall, great colors, very autumny looking colors, and yeah, a nice basing. with the snow and the little green tufts and everything. So overall, a very nice looking unit.
All right, and here's Turin with his war wagon. So Turin was another one of our fellows who mulliganed in month 1. So it's great to see him staying alive, as the old BG song goes, and coming in with a very strong entry for a war wagon here, which is great. I can't imagine painting one. I know you recently had that experience, so you can maybe share more about that. But I just tip my hat to anybody who can A, assemble one of these, and B, paint it. So well done, Turin. I like the blue and yellow color scheme here. Reminds me of Nordland, which is my favorite imperial province. I don't know if that's what you're going for, but that's what it calls to mind for me, and very, very nice job with it.
Yeah, no, really nice yellows. I think the yellows are really a standout for me. So I think you've done a great job on that. Overall, I think it's a really nice looking piece, really well painted, very neat. But yeah, it's a pain in the butt to get all those guys to get into that into the actual war wagon itself. So I don't know how Turin's gone about it. I pinned yours into there, mate. So hopefully that make the journey over.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, and here's Zach from Scoundrel Hobbies coming in with our favorite ball and chain wielding fanatics. And these guys are the classic 4th Ed Kev Adams ones with the wonderful facial expressions there. They're all happy, tongues out, grins. These guys are just living their best goblin life, high on mushrooms and swinging those giant balls.
Life doesn't get much better.
Yeah. Just a real nice job. Really captures the classic vibe. The greens are really nice, and the checker around the hood is a nice touch. So very well done, Zach.
Yeah, very well painted, and just overall very, very good standard of painting, and reflects perfectly the original paint job. So I think he done an absolutely outstanding job on those. Love them.
Yeah.
I think that's it, mate. That's
all right.
All of them. So thank you so much again for doing that with us. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. It's always fun to come on and go through the entries and be reminded of how many great painters there are in our community, and getting a chance to look at all these great old models. It's frankly, it's half the reason I do the painting challenge.
Yeah, we're really glad that you're doing it, mate. So we want to thank you again for hosting it once more this year. And I know the guys are really appreciative of that, and they're really enjoying painting up all that old lead they've had sitting in drawers and cupboards for many years now.
Yeah. Well, that's the other half, right?
Yeah.
Chance to make a little dent in that lead pile.
Exactly.
Unless you're Ramon, then you make a big dent. But I told Ramon, he could probably paint my entire pile of shame in like 6 months at that place. But anyway.
Don't do that. You need to send it to me. Don't do that, Ramon. He's competition now.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If he goes into commission painting, you might have to worry, Josh.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for having me on. Thanks to everybody who got their November entries in, and hoping for a strong turnout in December, where we'll get to see all our November mulligans come back and submit what they've been working on. I know Dr. Spork, who we missed this month, is hard at work laboring on his snotling pump wagon. So I can't wait to see that in December, and along with our other folks who took mulligans. And I heard there's some black orcs out there that are desperately calling your name, Josh.
Yeah, I just started spraying them downstairs actually before we did this, mate. So don't worry, I haven't forgot about those. I will try to get them because I want to get the whole unit finished for myself, if anything. But just in closing, I just want to say thank you for everybody who's joined us. I didn't think anybody would join us at such short notice and at this time of day. So I really appreciate it. And I know some of the actual people who have entered into this challenge are here as well. So Dale is still up, which is amazing. It must be like well past midnight now over there in the UK. New Squalor, good to see. Gaming mediocrity. how you say it. I can't read it. And who else we got? Caesar Sailor's here. Chief Indian. I know Chief Indian. Dread Paints is here. So Mick's here. So he's up really late. And Tom Boyd's here as well. So there you go. It's a Citadel Great Eagle and an old 3rd edition Citadel Elf cavalry model.
Oh, love it. Yeah, going throwbacks like that. That's great. I love it anytime people can use old models in their armies or in the paint challenge. So well done, Tom. All
right, guys. Look, I'm going to have to say goodbye. I can't even say it. Good day, goodbye, because I've got to actually have some lunch, and even though I just had something to eat. But get ready for some teaching, mate, online. So, David, thank you very much again for joining us.
Absolutely.
And we'll catch you again soon, mate, for, at least next month anyway, to go through all the December's entries.
Yeah, can't wait. Looking forward to it. And, everybody keep those brushes moving. And I need to heed that advice myself. I've got Bronzino and his buddies here still sitting in their box. So these guys need to get assembled and primed this weekend for sure. So,
yeah. All right. Well, I'll try to do that. I'll try to finish off my Black Orc unit, mate, for December then. Even though I think this one is like a single miniature, isn't it? Like a hero or something, isn't it?
Well, it's always a legal unit each month, so I think if you get 5 of them done, you're good.
Okay. I'll try to concentrate just getting those finished, but I sadly can't make any promises. So you'll have to flay me alive if I don't get one entry in and drop out.
We'll keep pulling for you, Josh. Yeah, okay, you need a little squig herder to get at you with the pitchfork.
Yes, my wife, but don't tell her that. Yeah. It's not the most complimentary thing you can tell your missus. No, you're a squig herder. Yeah. But, all right, my friend. Well, take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll catch you again soon.
Sounds good. Cheers, guys.
Okay. Take care. Thanks, man.